Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting journey into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we are diving into the fascinating story of top 4 of the most mysterious and highly sought-after quarters in American history, the legendary 1970 D Washington quarter with a twist that has stunned collectors around the globe. This coin may look like just another ordinary quarter at first glance, but hidden within it lies a story of error, rarity, and unexpected value. The 1970 D quarter isn't just a coin, it's a historical artifact that carries a secret. This tiny piece of metal could be sitting in someone's change jar right now, worth not just 25 cents, but potentially thousands of dollars. So, what makes the 1970 D quarter so incredibly valuable? It all starts with a rare and intriguing minting mistake. A small number of these quarters were struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter. Yes, a completely different country's coin. The remnants of the Canadian design can still be faintly seen underneath the US design. It's a wild, accidental fusion of two nations' currencies that never should have happened. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint. That's what the D mint mark stands for. Denver, known for its production of billions of coins, had an extremely busy year in 1970. But within all that chaos, a few strange blanks from Canadian coins found their way into the press. Instead of being melted down or discarded, these blanks ended up under the powerful dies of the US Mint, resulting in this unbelievable mint error. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist today, and when collectors discovered them, the buzz spread like wildfire. These are not just rare, they are nearly one-of-a-kind pieces, making them ultra-desirable for any serious coin collector. It's not just about the error, it's about how rare this kind of error truly is. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this coin is valuable. Extremely valuable. One verified example of the 1970 D quarter struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter sold for over $35,000 at auction. Just imagine holding a single coin that could fund a car, a year of college, or even part of a home. That's the magic of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, and this 1970 D quarter is a shining star in that world. The value of your coin depends on its condition, the visibility of the underlying Canadian design, and whether it has been authenticated by a professional grading service. But in the best-case scenario, yes, we're talking up to $37,000 or even more if demand rises in future years. So why was this coin made in the first place? It wasn't supposed to be. The 1970 D quarter is not a commemorative release or a special edition. It is a mistake. But in the world of collecting, mistakes often become masterpieces. These are the coins that tell the untold stories of the mint, stories of rushed workers, misused blanks, and accidental legends. Collectors cherish this quarter not only for its value but for its mystery. Each time someone finds one, it sends a ripple through the coin world. Could there be more out there? Could one be hiding in a forgotten collection, or worse, being spent in a vending machine right now? This story teaches us a powerful lesson. Never underestimate the coins in your pocket. Behind that common shine may lie a piece of history waiting to be rediscovered. The 1970 D quarter is living proof that rarity, value, and history can all be packed into a single coin no larger than a bottle cap. And here's the thrilling part. This isn't just a collector's fairy tale. These coins are real. They've been sold, certified, and cherished. The next one could be found by anyone. It could be you. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a possibility that a treasure is sitting quietly in your old coin jar. So what should you do next? Check your change. Go through your drawers. Look at every 1970 quarter and check for the Denver Mint mark. Then, under a magnifying glass, search for any faint signs of an older coin beneath. If you find anything unusual, get it authenticated. You could be holding tens of thousands of dollars in your hands. In a world where everything is going digital, rare coins like this are becoming even more special. They represent a tangible connection to our past, and in this case, a financial opportunity few ever expect. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1970 D quarter is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of hidden value, accidental brilliance, and the thrill of discovery. and its legacy is only growing as collectors chase down the remaining few known to exist. Next up, the 1971 D Washington Quarter. It may not yet be as famous as some others, but it holds incredible potential. In fact, this coin is quietly rising in interest and could soon become one of the most desirable coins among collectors. Minted in Denver in the year 1971, this coin was part of the regular circulation series. Millions were produced, but as we always say in the world of coin collecting, it's not just about how many were made, it's about how many survive today in flawless or rare conditions, with unique characteristics that collectors crave. The Washington Quarter, first introduced in 1932, became a symbol of American currency. And while the 1971 D version may look like any other coin at first glance, there's more to it than meets the eye. Some coins from this year and mint have shown unusual features, including off-center strikes, doubling in the lettering or numbers, and weak strikes that hint at minting errors. These quirks are what make the 1971 D Quarter a future goldmine. Over time, the demand for 1970s coins in pristine, untouched condition has increased significantly. As older coins vanish from circulation, especially those struck in the early 70s, collectors are beginning to realize that even coins once considered common are now becoming rare in higher grades. The 1971 D Quarter is a perfect example of this transformation. Right now, a circulated 1971 D Quarter may only fetch a small premium. But the real action begins when you find one in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS, 65 or higher by professional grading services. These gems are few and far between. With sharp details, clean surfaces, and luster intact, such coins have already sold for hundreds, and in exceptional cases, up to $11,000 or more. And that's just the beginning. As time passes and fewer high-grade examples remain, the price ceiling for this coin can climb even higher. Some experts predict that within the next decade, top-condition 1971 D quarters could cross the $22,500 mark or more at high-profile auctions. That's a massive leap from face value, and it could be a reality if you hold the right coin. But what gives this coin such investment potential? The answer lies in a combination of history, scarcity in mint state, and the growing popularity of vintage U.S. coins. Collectors aren't just looking for coins with dramatic errors. They're also hunting for those in museum-quality condition that tell a story from America's past. Let's not forget, the early 70s were a time of social and economic change in the United States. The coinage of this era reflects that history. When you hold a 1971 D quarter, you're not just holding money, you're holding a piece of a country in motion. It represents a post-Vietnam War America, a time when technology was advancing and culture was shifting. That connection to the past gives these coins a deeper value. Now imagine this, somewhere in an old coin jar, tucked away in a drawer or box, someone may be unknowingly holding a 1971 D quarter in near-perfect condition. They see it as just another coin, but in reality, it's a treasure in waiting. That's the excitement of numismatics. It's not just collecting, it's discovering. The 1971 D quarter also plays well into future trends. As silver coins continue to become less accessible, collectors will turn more heavily to copper-nickel quarters like this one. Coins that were once overlooked are now being reevaluated. The shift is already happening. It's no longer just about pre-1965 silver coins. The modern collector sees value in all decades, and the 1971 D is gaining traction fast. Auction houses and online marketplaces are already seeing increased attention on quarters from the 70s. Coins with full strike, strong details, and no blemishes are leading bidding wars. And that's why your 1971 D quarter, if preserved well, could become a key player in this market shift. Even if your coin isn't flawless, it can still bring value, especially if it shows unique errors or comes from an original bankroll. Collectors love hunting for die varieties, and the 1971 D has known examples of such varieties. These can push your coin's worth even higher, especially when verified by a reputable grading service. There's a real sense of adventure in coin collecting, and the 1971 D quarter invites you into that adventure. It proves that great value doesn't always wear a crown or shine in silver. Sometimes, it's hidden in everyday change, waiting for the right eyes to see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked your old change lately, now's the time. That 1971 D quarter sitting silently in a box could be your ticket to a big payday. Get it checked, get it graded, and start learning what makes your coin unique. The value is already there, you just have to unlock it. Keep your eyes sharp, your mind curious, and your passion strong. Because the next great coin story could be yours. The 1971 D quarter is more than just currency, it's a doorway to history, value, and opportunity. Next up, the 1974 Washington quarter with no mint mark. It may seem like a simple coin, but trust me, by the end of this video, you will see why this quarter is a potential goldmine for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The 1974 no mint mark quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. At that time, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on its coins, so any quarter from that year without a mint mark most likely originated there. However, what makes this coin valuable is not just its origin, but the condition it's found in, and in some cases, the unusual minting errors or exceptional quality that makes it stand out from millions of others. This coin was part of a transitional era in U.S. coinage. The country had already moved away from silver in everyday coins by the late 1960s, and by 1974, quarters were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. These coins were designed for circulation, built to last, and not necessarily made with collectors in mind. That's what makes the rare, well-preserved specimens from this year even more impressive and desirable. Collectors today are on the hunt for 1974 quarters that have not been damaged by time, wear, or careless handling. Finding a 1974 quarter with no mint mark in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition is a challenge. Those that do exist have become treasures. And it's not just about condition, some of these coins have double dies, off-center strikes, or other rare errors that raise their value dramatically. In recent years, auctions and online marketplaces have seen a surge of interest in high-grade 1974 quarters with no mint mark. Because collectors understand their long-term value, they are becoming increasingly scarce in near-perfect condition. And as time passes, that scarcity only grows. Combine that with collector demand, and the value continues to climb. Let's talk numbers. A typical circulated 1974 quarter may not turn heads, but in uncirculated or MS 65 and above condition, this coin can sell for between $1,500 and $3,900. And when rare mint errors are found, such as double dies or misstrikes, prices can jump to well over $11,000. The right coin in the right condition can even command a price upwards of $22,500. Especially if authenticated and certified by a grading authority like PCGS or NGC. People often ask, how many collectors are actually looking for these coins? The answer might surprise you. In the US alone, there are thousands of serious quarter collectors, and the Washington Quarter Series is one of the most widely collected in American numismatics. Coin shows, online forums, and marketplaces are filled with individuals eager to add a pristine or unique 1974 no mint mark quarter to their collection. This coin's appeal isn't just limited to the U.S. Collectors from around the world are drawn to American coins because of their history, stability, and artistic value. The 1974 quarter represents a chapter in American history, and owning one is like holding a time capsule in your hand, one that may be worth far more than you expect. When the coin was minted, the U.S. Mint had no idea that coins like these would become so significant decades later. It was business as usual. Yet, today, those same coins are being scrutinized under microscopes and magnifying glasses, searched for signs of rarity, and sold for prices that would have seemed unimaginable back then. The no mint mark doesn't mean the coin lacks identity, on the contrary, it gives it a story. The Philadelphia Mint didn't add mint marks until later years, and because of that, these coins become puzzles for collectors to solve. Which variety is it? What die was used? Could this be a rare early strike? The mystery makes the hunt more exciting. Now imagine this, you're going through an old coin jar, and there it is, a 1974 quarter with no mint mark. It looks a little shinier than the others. Maybe it hasn't been through as much. You take a closer look, maybe even get it graded, and you realize you've been sitting on a collectible that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's not fantasy. It's happened to real people, and it could happen to you. The growing popularity of coin collecting on social media, YouTube, and TikTok has sparked a new wave of interest in coins just like this one. The demand is only increasing, and the market is getting more competitive. If you've got one of these coins in top condition or with a visible error, now might be the perfect time to get it evaluated and see just how valuable it really is. So the big question, is the 1974 no mint mark quarter really valuable? Absolutely. In the right condition, it's far more than just pocket change. It's a collectible with growing demand, a piece of American monetary history, and a potential investment that could deliver returns far beyond its face value. This is why collectors stay motivated. This is why the hunt never stops. Because coins like the 1974 no mint mark quarter continue to surprise us, amaze us, and reward those who pay attention. Next up, the 1978 D Washington quarter. At first glance, it may look like any other coin you've come across in your daily life. But this little piece of metal, when found in the right condition or with the right features, can be a stunning prize worth hundreds, and in some rare cases, thousands of dollars. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint in the year 1978. That's what the D mint mark on the front stands for. During this time, millions of quarters were being produced for circulation, and the U.S. economy was pushing out coinage at high volumes. But not every coin is created equal, and hidden among those millions are a select few that defy the odds, becoming standout pieces due to rarity, condition, or error. The Washington quarter had already become a mainstay of American coinage by this point. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the design remained largely unchanged for decades. The 1978 quarter belongs to the pre-statehood series era, a time when quarters were purely functional, made for commerce, not for collectors. And that's what makes high-quality examples so incredibly valuable. Most people handled these coins roughly. They were tossed into vending machines, carried in pockets, scraped across countertops. That's why finding a 1978 D quarter in near-perfect condition is such a rarity. Collectors know this, and they're willing to pay top dollar for examples that somehow survived without a scratch, preserving all their original detail, shine, and sharpness. The value of this coin varies dramatically depending on its condition. A well-circulated 1978 D quarter might only fetch a modest amount, but in mint state, especially MS-65 or higher, its value increases significantly. Collectors have paid as much as $8,000 to $10,500 for flawless specimens, especially those with proof-like surfaces or full strike details. Even more value can be unlocked if the coin features rare mint errors. Error coins from 1978 include off-center strikes, double die obverse, clipped planchets, and other dramatic misprints. These aren't just oddities, they're treasures. Some of these rare error coins have sold for over $20,000 at auction, making them highly desirable to anyone passionate about numismatics. But what's even more exciting is the growing interest in these coins. More and more collectors are focusing on late 70s and early 80s coinage, a trend driven by nostalgia, affordability, and the realization that these coins are disappearing from circulation. That means demand is on the rise. Online forums, marketplaces, and auction sites are filled with buyers actively searching for the highest-grade 1978 D quarters. The coin was originally created to support everyday transactions, groceries, gas stations, public phones. No one at the time imagined these pieces would someday be collectible. But that's the beautiful twist of coin history. What was once ordinary can become extraordinary over time, simply by surviving in the right way. There is something truly fascinating about holding a coin that has endured more than 4 decades yet looks as if it was just minted yesterday. That contrast between age and perfection is what drives collectors wild. A perfect 1978 D quarter is not just a coin. It's a story of preservation, chance, and rarity. People from all over the country and even overseas are looking to add the 1978 D quarter to their collections. Some want it as part of a full Washington quarter set. Others seek it for its condition rarity or unique errors. This broad interest means that if you're lucky enough to own one, you'll never be short of potential buyers. Even if your 1978 D quarter isn't in perfect shape, it may still hold value. Some collectors focus on matching die varieties, studying the way coins were struck to find specific patterns. These die varieties are like fingerprints and can make a coin more desirable, even if it's circulated. So always look closely. You never know what detail might unlock surprising value. The coin's future value also looks promising. With more coins being taken out of circulation and locked away in collections, scarcity increases over time. If you're holding on to a high-grade 1978 D quarter today, the next 5 to 10 years could bring a significant increase in demand and price. This is more than just a collector's dream. It's a smart financial strategy for anyone investing in hard assets. Think about it. You could find one of these coins while sorting through pocket change or going through an old drawer at home. It might not shine right away, but a quick cleaning, done properly, a magnifying glass, and a bit of research could reveal that you're holding something incredibly valuable. That's the magic of coin collecting. You're not just dealing in money, you're engaging with history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. The 1978 D quarter represents that thrill perfectly. It's not the loudest or flashiest coin on the market, but it holds hidden potential that grows more impressive with every passing year. So whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting out in the hobby, the 1978 D Washington quarter should be on your radar. It's a coin that rewards patience, sharp eyes, and a bit of luck. And when found in top form or rare variety, it can deliver a payday that most people wouldn't believe possible from something so small. Don't wait for someone else to make the discovery. Take a look through your coins today. You never know, that 1978 D quarter you've had tucked away could be the key to an exciting adventure or an unexpected treasure. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of the coins in your own hands.